Hi everyone. I wanted to go through and do a lesson over 4.1, using accounts and preparing and maintaining a chart of accounts. Our goals are to construct a chart of accounts, demonstrate correct principles for how to number accounts, to apply file maintenance, to update the chart of accounts, and to open new general ledger accounts. So to go through this, account form is used to summarize in one place all the changes to a single account, a separate form for each account. And this is a sample blank form. So you write the account name right here. The account number goes in this spot. Okay, and then you do date, item, and the information. So we're going to take the stuff that we've been using in the other chapters before now, and we're going to start adding it to a list, a certain accounts entries, and keep a running total of that account's balance is how this is going to work. So every information needed to trace an entry back to this journal is here. This is your T account, the debit side or credit side, and here you keep a running balance. The chart of accounts, we've seen in the last chapters where to find the chart of accounts in the program. The 100 accounts are asset accounts, and they're balance sheet accounts. 200 accounts, also balance sheet accounts, are liabilities, and 300 accounts are owner's equity accounts. So now on these balance sheet accounts, assets, liabilities, and owner's equity. Notice the difference when you get over here to the income statement accounts. They're the revenue, because that's income, right? Revenue, and then expenses, which deplete your revenue, are going to be the ones that are expense related right here. A group of accounts is called a ledger. A ledger that contains all accounts needed to prepare financial statements is called a general ledger. The name given to an account is known as the account title, and the number assigned to account is called an account number. Here's the 100 accounts as your general ledger division, and the last two numbers are the location within the general ledger. The next, we have the procedure for arranging accounts in a general ledger is assigning account numbers, and keeping records current is called file maintenance. Now, the procedure for arranging accounts in a general ledger or assigning account numbers is called file maintenance. Like filing in a filing cabinet, it's kind of the same way, but this is electronic. So if you have an existing account of miscellaneous expense and supplies expense, to add new accounts in between them, you put them in alphabetical order, and you do postage expense, and you make it a 65 number. Water expense, you make the 80. You do leave the 10 between them. They like to keep 10 in case you had other things to add in there. Writing an account title and number on the heading of an account is called opening an account. That was back here where you write it right here. And the account number is opening an account. To open an account, you write cash after the word account in the heading and write the number 110 in the word account number at the heading. And that's the end of our lesson. So what I want to do next is go over our working papers 4.1. Okay. First thing is to classify accounts as if they belong in the balance sheet or the income statement. So if you have your textbook still, I would go to page 94. And the balance sheet accounts are assets, liabilities, and owner's equity. So, and then you have to sort them if they're assets, liabilities, or owner's equity. So assets are things like prepaid insurance, cash, supplies, accounts receivables, supplies, cash, prepaid insurance, accounts receivable. Okay. Next, liabilities are going to be accounts payable, people that we owe. Owner's equity are your capital and your drawing. Capital, drawing, I'm missing one, capital. And then back to income statement, revenue is going to be sales. Where's that at? There it is. And your expenses then are going to be, let's make sure we've got that one. Miscellaneous expense, insurance expense, supplies expense, automobile expense, rent expense. Look, I got 100. Okay, next is assigning account numbers. Now that each account has been classified, assign account numbers to each account. You must assign account numbers so that accounts receivable, accounts payable, and expense accounts are in alphabetical order by last name in the case of accounts receivable. Use a 3-digit account numbers and number the accounts within a division by tens. So, they didn't make this easy on us, but cash is 110. They don't have petty cash. They have accounts receivable. So let's do accounts receivable, and by first name first, 120, 130 for the next accounts receivable. Then we have supplies at 140, and then we have prepaid insurance at 150. Does that make sense? I started in alphabetical order, cash, then accounts receivable. I know that seems like it goes before cash, but it doesn't. Then we go supplies and prepaid insurance. And that is not in alphabetical order either, is it? Okay. But that's the way we're looking here. So cash is always first. Liabilities. The first one you have is Anoka Supplies, and that should be, there are 200 accounts, so 210, and accounts payable supply Mart should be 220. Capital always goes first here, so that's 310, and drawing is 320. Sales, there's not much of a choice here, but we go with 410. Go by tens. So now we have miscellaneous, insurance, supplies, automobile, and rent. So I would go with automobile as the first one, 510. Insurance would be next, right? 520. M for miscellaneous for 530. R is next for 540. And S should be next for 550. Uh-oh, I messed up. Oh, look. Last name. I went by first name. Last name. Sorry. Don't press submit yet. Next part. Ms. Seville had been classifying postage costs as miscellaneous expense, but have found the amount paid each month for postage become major expense and decided to use a separate account. Postage expense. Also a new account, utilities expense, is being added to the chart of accounts. Account number what should be assigned to postage expense? So where should it go in here? PQR. So it should go between M and R, right? M and R. So 35. And utilities. Utilities is going to be after supplies, right? And that should be 560. Okay. What value is added to right here? Okay, and that's supposed to be your account title, right? Oh. We're opening the account, and your account title is the cash account. So we put the words cash here, and we put the number 110. Here. Check, check, check. Okay. Save and continue. Then you're in charge of on your own 4.1 today. Have a great day.